Hello students. Thomas Robert Malthus, in his book An Essay on Principles of Population, written in the year 1798, states that population should be controlled using preventive checks relating to the production of food grains. Otherwise, nature will take some precaution to control the population and to balance the stability in food. Today, let us discuss about demography on the eve of independence. In this discussion, let us discuss about the origin of this term demography. What was the demographic profile during British period? Theory of demographic transition and parameters of demographic profile. These are the major points we are going to discuss today. Are you ready? Welcome back. First of all, let us discuss about the origin of this term. Etymologically, we can say in the year 19th century, this demography, the term demography has been originated from two Greek words, demos and graphy. Demos means population, the people. Graphy means something writing or recording. So demography means something recording regarding the population. And demography we mean, it is the study of statistics on births, deaths, income, and the incidence of disease. Or in other terms we can say, demography is the study of human population. Clear? So let us discuss about what was the nature of study regarding the human population during British period. In the year 1872, the first census was undertaken some parts of India, and it was consists of some questions, around 17 questions relating to the individual, his name, his age, his education, his employment, job, anything like that. Separately, they distributed the questionnaire and they collected the information from the concerned society or some concerned group. That was the beginning of census in India. Population census is undertaken every 10 years without any disturbance from 1881 till 2001. 2011, and now it is under process of 2021. We are expecting 2021 it will be completed. Anyway, in the year 1881, the Census Commissioner of British India, Mr. W.C. Plowden, conducted an official census, and he took the estimation of the population. That is the official census of India, conducted in the year 1881, February 17th. And after 10 years, next census, it was conducted in the year 1891, February 26. So most of the census has been conducted in India during British period. It was in the month of either in the month of February or in the month of March. And population has been evaluated or estimated, and accordingly the policy is also framed for the development of the population. And when we analyze the population of India, we can see that in the year 1921, that year is considered to be year of great divide in the population of India. When we study the reason behind this remarkable matter, year of great divide, we can see that after 1921, the population of India that was increased or that was increasing continuously. A continuous growth was seen in the population from 1931 onwards. In the year 1931 estimates, it is stated that 2.76 crores of population increased as against 3.96 in the year 1941 census. Means tremendously population of the country increased. And in the year 1951, that was a census taken by Government of India. After we got the independence, Government of India conducted the census. In that census also, it was estimated that around 4.24 crores of the population increased. Means from the last census of 1941. It shows that, or it showed that tremendous increase in the population. That is why 1921 is considered as to be the year of great divide in the history of population. Understood? Then, and moreover, we can see that in the year 1921, it is considered as to be the first stage of demographic transition in case of our nation. So let us discuss a little about what is demographic transition and what is the demographic profile and all. When we analyze the demographic profile, we have to analyze two terms. One is mortality, means death rate, and second one birth rate, natality. Natality and mortality. Natality means birth rate. Mortality means death rate. So birth rate and death rates and life expectancy, all these are the terms coming under the theory of demographic transition. And when we analyze the demographic transition, we have to analyze regarding Thomas Robert Malthus. In his theory, he wrote a book in the year 1798 and revised again an essay on the principles of population. He explains the theory of growth of population and the food grains production. According to him, there should be an alignment between these two. Population growth and food production should go in a ratio. And he's saying that one is increasingly improved and the ratio of the food grains production is not in an equal way. It should go in an equal way, otherwise there should be shortage of food grains. If it happens there, nature will take some preventive measures. These are the summary of his theory, because if we are not controlling the population and we are not able to produce the food grains to meet the requirements of the society, nature will take the precautions through some calamities, flood, or any other spreading communicable diseases, virus, or anything like that. So recently that we can say that more or less that concept is coming true, because around all over the world this COVID, this virus, novel coronavirus is reducing the population of the world. Is it? Okay, let us forget about that part. Come to the demographic transition. Basically, when we study the demographic transition, we can see there are 3 stages of demographic transition. Basically, we can see there is only 3 stages of this one population demographic transition. In the first stage, we can see that high birth rate and high death rate along with high infant mortality. High birth rate and high death rate. Mortality also, natality also very high. And life expectancy is very less. And life expectancy also very poor, infant mortality also very high. All are very high. Means high birth rate or high death rate means there is no impact on the population, and infant also death also more, means zero impact on the population. That is the first stage of demographic transition. Second stage of demographic transition, it explains birth rate remains as it is, high only. The death rate is less. Natality remains constant, increases, but death rate remains constant. Death rates remain coming down, decreases, and infant mortality also came down. That shows the advancement of the nation. Afghanistan, India, and all in this stage of this demography now. So that stage again we can say one more specification. Birth rate is high, death rate is less. It shows that population explosion. That's the population explosion. Means the difference between high birth rate and low death rate. That's the second stage. And third stage it explains birth rate came down, as it is death rate also already came down, and the life expectancy of the people increased. Same like second stage. Life expectancy increased, infant mortality decreased. The here also life expectancy increased, infant mortality decreased. So means more or less same, only one specific matter, birth rate also came down. Means the available birth also nation protected properly. That is the third stage, and the world Mexico is passing through the third stage. It is stated that, it is said that. And one more, these are the three major stages. And one more stage also we can add that as the fourth stage of demographic transition, that is the population stability stage. Means there is no more population growth. Population is in a stable stage. All the better health care facilities, because of all these facilities, birth rate is less, death rate also less, and life expectancy is also very good. Infant mortality is very poor, very less. Such a way everything managed, and that stage is known as population stability stage. Means decline in population decline stage. Is it? These are the four major stages of demographic transition, and we are now in the second stage of demographic transition. Before 1921, we were in the first stage of demographic transition. Hope you understood the theory of demographic transition. Clear? Then let us come to our discussion regarding the parameters of the population study, demography. Let us see, there are 5 parameters are there. First one, birth rate and death rate. Second one, infant mortality. Third one, life expectancy. Fourth one, literacy, not illiteracy, literacy. And fifth one, standard of living. These are the 5 parameters of demographic profile. Let us analyze one by one. What was the nature of these parameters during British period? First one, birth rate and death rate. As you know, we were in the first stage of demographic transition. High birth rate and high death rate noticed. Means that out of 1000, here we are making the measurement out of 1000. Out of 1048 high birth rate. Out of 1040 death rate. So birth rate also was very high, death rate also was very high. So effect of the population was less, a stagnant rate. Is it? So what was the first stage? That is clear. And it shows that our nation is in a situation of poor economic condition. Correct? There is no better hospital. Food grains, supply of the food grains, people were in starvation. Famine was a common situation, phenomenon in the economy. So all these things necessitated a high birth rate and high death rates. People also trying to get more population, because out of that more, 1 or 2 will be survived. That was the expectation of the people during that time. Understood? And second stage is that regarding infant mortality also was very high infant mortality. That was the second demographic profile during British period. Infant mortality, we mean the death of the child before 1 year. Definitely, it is due to the absence of better health care facilities of the nation. It is estimated that in the year 1947, 280 out of 1000 live birth before 1 year of their period died in India. It shows that poor health care, absence of better hospitals, and the absence of the care of the nation towards the next generation. Why do the Britishers concerned about the next generation? That is why they are least bothered about the population of the country. Is it? And moreover, it is a projected estimate. It states that in the year 2018, our infant mortality rate is 29.9 out of 1000 live births. See, from 218, now it is 29. Drastically changed means our nation is taking care of the healthy part of the younger generation or the next generation. But still, here and there we can read some issues regarding the death of the children because of some health issues and all. Is it? But Altogether, we can say there is the treatment side is very better and advanced. So high situation is provided for the people. And let's move to the third point, life expectancy. Life expectancy we mean the average lifespan of a person. How many years he will survive. That's a concept. So an average expectancy is considered to be 44 years during 1947. 44 years. Is it? At present now, a projected estimate is saying in 2018 it is 68. Average age is 68. And 2020 now, recently one studies, they brought the result regarding the average life expectancy is 69.7 an average and 68. Is it 68 for the male and 71 for the female? Is it an average study? These are the projected estimates. We cannot trust the estimates. And in the next estimates, population census of 2021, we can see that the real estimates or real calculation regarding the life expectancy. And Japan is having the highest expectancy, 84.5. Means it shows their health sector is too much advanced. Better facilities are there, and the people they are maintaining a balanced life system also against their food habits and all. They are maintaining a balanced food habit, and they are doing the necessary exercises and controlling their health as it is. That is why it is 84.5. Their male expectancy is 87.5, female 81. Is it? We are only 69. It shows the difference in the health sector and the facilities. Clear? Let us move to the fourth point. It is estimated that instead of literacy, mass illiteracy was there in India during British period. Literacy means the ability to read and write. Ability to read and write, not the higher qualification. It shows there was no such better schools. Nobody took any initiative to improve the educational capacity matters of the Indians, is it? And it is estimated that in the year 1941, last census of the Britishers estimated literacy was 16.1. Out of 100 people, 16 people only were able to read, not 60, 16 were able to read and write. But in 2018, projected estimate is saying that 71 is the literacy of the nation. 71. When we took the first census in the year 1951, it is estimated 16.6 was the literacy rate of India. Means only 0.5% increased after 10 years of period. And it is estimated in the last census of India, 2011, official census of India, conducted by Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India, RGCCI. That is the authority of Government of India. They are undertaking the census of India. Who is the authority? Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India. Who is now the Census Commissioner now, Vivek Joshi. He is the Census Commissioner now. Is it? It will be changed. So that depends upon the political administration of the nation and all. It depends upon the ministry, it will be changed. Now this new ministry, it is Vivek Joshi is the Census Commissioner. Anyway, as per the last estimates, 2011 estimates of India, I was also there in the population census of 2011 in India as an supervisor for the enumerators. It is estimated that 74% of the total population of India, they are able to read and write. The literacy rate is 74, out of male 82. And female 65, an average of 74. Means population literacy rate of the country increases. And among the 29 states of India, few states are showing highest literacy and highest all these matters of the demographic profile. They are in the highest rank. Birth rate and death rate, infant mortality, life expectancy, literacy and all, and high standard of living. All these 5 indicators of the demography, it is highest in a state in India. Which state is that? Kerala is that state. The infant mortality rate, this birth rate, death rate, literacy, everything. Especially in case of literacy, Kerala is the highest literacy state in India. And certain districts of Kerala, I heard that they are 100% literate in that districts. So it shows that that state is showing more advancement in the matters of this, not only in this matter. During this COVID-19, this pandemic situation, all the countries of the world, not only the states of India, all the countries of the world, they are looking towards that state. Next point is that standard of living. Standard of living means that the health, the existence of the people and the basic facilities. Basic facilities means the infrastructure facilities, food, clothing, housing, etc. are the basic infrastructural facilities of the nation. And during British period, around 80 to 90% people were struggling to obtain such facilities in India. And that is why they starved there and went naked and lived in huts or open houses. And during 1943, a drastic famine there in Bengal, and that famine killed around 3 million people. Do you think that that famine is due to the shortage of food grains production? No, the granaries were fully filled with the food grains, but the British were not able to distribute that one, expecting future rise in price. They hoarded the food grains, and finally the result was the death of the people. They are least bothered about that matter, because not the Britishers died. None of the Britishers died. Only the Indians died. Let it be. That was the attitude of the Britain that time. Anyway, finally we got the independence, and our nation is trying to change all these bad impacts, evils, and changing to the positive sides. Controlling birth rate, controlling death rate, controlling infant mortality rate, increasing the expectancy of the people, and literacy. In order to provide literacy, already started many schools and compulsory education for the people, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and all. Such a way, from the age of 6 to 14, government made the primary education free for all. Such a way, government is now giving maximum support and care for the better livelihood of the society. So thereby, we can say the standard of living of the people increased by providing employment schemes, by providing poverty alleviation schemes, basically focusing the provision of employment. Such a way, our country is now moving towards the stable growth in all these states, and we are trying to maintain the demography of the population in a better levels. Hope you enjoyed the class. Tomorrow I'll come with a new topic.